Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Wagging Tail. We have a friend.
It's Eddie, everybody. Eddie, come here.
This is Eddie's second appearance, if you exclude the barking in the background. Otherwise, it's like appearance number 5, maybe.
I think so. Is this the Morissette fans' first time meeting Eddie?
I believe it is. Here, let's see if we can get a good shot of him here.
Okay, here.
Hey, Eddie.
Come here. Oh, this is Eddie, everybody.
Buddy.
Have a kiss?
Look at his scarf.
Oh, go kiss. Look at his. You like his nice fall scarf?
How many scarves does he have?
Like
seasonal?
6 at least. I did not purchase said scarves.
Well, this is the girlfriend's dog, right?
Yeah, well, he's our dog now, but yes, you want to see a couple tricks?
Oh, yeah.
Sit. Up. Up. Turn around. Turn. There you go.
There it is.
This is the best one. Eddie. Bang.
Yes. So as you mentioned, we are listening to Morissette Amon today.
One of our favorites.
She's amazing. The song is Rise Up. I'm going to be honest, there was a lot of suggestions for Defying Gravity and some other Broadway pieces, and I'm drawing a blank now, but I'm really curious to hear her deliver some of those character epic songs.
Mm-hmm.
But this one has been mentioned since
so many
day
times.
one.
Yeah.
So many times. It's like, all right, let's do another Wish Bus. We're going to do that today, and then I really want to go back and check out some Broadway.
I would love to hear Defying Gravity.
She also has like a Bruno Mars medley. She's got Whitney, and there's plenty to explore.
Yeah, well, she can sing whatever she wants. She's able to do whatever she wants. So
we will happily listen.
And before we start, make sure you guys like and subscribe and ring that bell so you always know what we are up to next.
Yes, and tagging on to that, please check out the description below where you can click on some links to discover a little more about your own voice. You can take a free vocal assessment, learn your strengths and weaknesses, and how to improve your singing, should you choose. You can also find out more about singing and songwriting lessons with us. That was squeaky. With us.
Working on your whistle register.
I don't know if we're going to have that today or not. I mean, we had it. Let's see, the first song, obviously, we heard it. And when we listened to Never Enough, she didn't do the whistle, other than when she does like those little cracks. Like that, there is actually a moment of the whistle, and that's just enough of a teaser. It's such a cool texture when she does it. As we've mentioned before, she doesn't need it. We're still going to listen and not be disappointed, but it is pretty epic when she does.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we go work it out. Move
Wish
mountains,
1075.
we can work it out. Move mountains. I'll rise up, I'll rise, I could say, and I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Yeah, she's flawless all the
And I'll
time.
rise up, I like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you.
She has got to be easily my top 3. Don't ask me what the other 2 are. I would even know offhand right now. Top 3 female vocalists on the planet. The control, the delicacy.
She's up there.
The dynamics of how rich the tone is, the vocal fry, the breathiness, the just all of her choices seem so intuitive and so flowing. I don't think there's anything I'm going to be able to say today that we haven't already said in the other videos. It's just more
I mean, when it comes to picking a favorite or your top 3, whatever 5,
It's mood orientated.
It's taste.
And if you're talking measurement of skill, obviously you've got your Dimash. We just recently listened to Gabriel Henrique. There's amazing singers out there skill-wise, and she's on that chart too. But just taste and movement and voices that give you goosebumps. That list gets really small when it comes to skill level and that feeling of execution.
Yeah, for just pure enjoyment, listening for enjoyment's sake, which for me, like when for stuff that I enjoy, it doesn't have to be somebody that's like an amazing singer. It's just they got a certain quality, a certain tone. Maybe they're a singer-songwriter, and they're just the fact that they wrote the song and they're singing their own, they're from their soul or whatever.
Yes.
That can be enticing too. And like I like Bob Dylan songs. He's not a great singer.
I don't.
Yes.
Knocking on Heaven's Door was pretty amazing.
Yeah,
but again, it comes to taste.
Yeah. But yeah, she's just got a great tone, and she doesn't have to do like a bunch of crazy things, which she is all the time, but she doesn't have to.
No, everything she did in that first chorus could be the last chorus, and I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even have to escalate beyond this, even though we know she's likely to do that.
Yeah.
The silence isn't quiet. It feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying.
That's
and
cool.
I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains. We can walk it out. Move.
It's cool going up there.
Mountains. And I'll rise like the day, and I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. That we have each other, and for that we have each other. Oh. We will rise, we will rise, we will rise. We will rise.
I want to point something out. That whole last phrase that she did on a single breath. This was brought up in the comments a lot when we did, what was the first song?
The original song, right?
Yes, I can't pronounce it. Starts with an A. Anyway,
Amazing.
Amazing. There was a lot of comments about how we missed her breath control. I didn't actually miss it. I didn't comment on the moment because there's a lot to absorb and take in when she's singing. But I also kind of expect it from someone of this caliber. She's sitting down. She's not moving around on stage where the body is depleting oxygen. And whistle tone actually takes very little air pressure. The folds are this big. They're smaller than your eyelids. And it takes just a tiny bit of air to go through. And then that sound is amplified in the throat. That being said, it should be acknowledged because her efficiency of how she spends the air, and I'm guessing she's tiny. She's probably like 5'1", 5'2", maybe she's 6'2". I don't know. I've never met her, but I'm guessing she's relatively small. So it means her lungs are small. So she doesn't have a ton of air to be able to do crazy lines. Let me play it again.
Each other. Oh.
Small breath.
Rise, we will rise,
Small breath again.
we will rise.
That was all one.
So that being that loud in a chest voice takes way more air than if she did falsetto and whistle going twice as long.
I mean, of course, with you as the Guinness book of world records holder for longest note ever, yeah, it wouldn't be that impressive to you. But
So I have, yeah.
what's your record? Like 3?
Right now I'm in the Guinness Book World Records for the longest continuous note. So it's just one pitch on one breath. It's 2 minutes and 1 second. But my personal best, sitting down, relaxed, like at home and the camera's not on or whatever, is 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Yeah, I guess when I hear someone go 16 beats, I'm like, keep going. You can do more? You got more in the tank?
Yeah. Her riffs might be a little bit better than yours, but your lung capacity.
Tiny.
Also,
tiny
I don't know
bit.
if you're aware of this. I also have a world record.
I am
I haven't
unaware.
really told you about, but
World's...
number 1.
Is there a backside to the mug?
Oh, it's just from the office.
So really, you stole Michael Scott's mug and claiming it as your own.
It's like when he stole that Wayne Gretzky quote. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
All right, here you go.
And I rise up, I rise like the day I rise up, in spite of the ache. And I'll do it 1,000 times again. I rise like the day I rise up, in spite of the ache. I rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I rise up, high like the waves. I rise up, in spite of the ache. And I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Oh,
For you.
yeah.
For you. For you. For you.
I know it.
We're so close to the
I
end.
know I aggravate people when I stop it. Almost every time when she inhales, you don't hear it because it's just a relaxed inhalation. Her throat dilates, air comes in, she's good to go. When she gets passionate, when you can hear like there's a fight and she's starting to believe things, there's restriction in the throat. You could hear her gasp in, I'm just going to go back a little bit. There's just this one moment where it's actually part of the music. I like that. Like she...
Yeah, which it doesn't have to be like a weakness. It's not like necessarily
It's
like a
not.
flaw in her technique. It's just
Oh,
like
God, no.
it's adding to the song. It's
It
probably
added-
completely intentional.
Absolutely. And that fight for the air isn't because she didn't have enough. She didn't run out. It's that restriction, that tension just adds to the weight of what she's feeling. And I just
Yeah.
really love the placement of that one.
Wish Cruiser on Wish 1075.
We will rise again and again and again.
Man. Here's a question for the fans out there. Does she ever mess up? Like, is there ever like a crack or like just an off note?
Even if she does, like have an imbalance that was unintentional, you know she'd sell it.
I know
She'd
it's probably
sell
still
it.
beautiful.
She would sell it as, that's what I wanted there. And, you know,
It's
that's
probably
what pros do, obviously. And she's just pro
An
all the way
exquisite
through.
mistake. Yeah, you know what also is really impressive? So I can't imagine that acoustic environment's anything special. It's probably really dry. Like there's no like sort of anything, like no resonance to sort of feed off of it. So if you're a singer, like, you know, like it's nice to have like a really live room and you kind of have that natural reverb. You can hear your own voice. And you'll notice she has one of the earphones is off. So that's that's a very common thing when you're recording too, because like the direct signal that you hear in your ears sometimes isn't like the most, it's not the easiest to react to because it's sort of synthetic. Like, it's so nice to have that natural room resonance.
She's getting a little of the acoustics of the space.
And just the way you hear your own voice, like, there's just a resonance that, like, it's nice to have the bounce back. So when you're singing in a really like dry studio space, or like she's doing right there, there's not much to feed off of. And the fact that she's getting so much of a resonant sound, it's like it seems like there's so much trust in her instrument. She doesn't need the feedback so much.
Like we all sound a little better singing in the shower kind of thing, because
or like a stairwell or something. There's
exactly.
just everybody sounds better. But when it's like you're in a dry space, all of a sudden you don't sound as pretty.
It's hard.
Yeah, and it can get in your head because it's like not as it's not as like melty, it's not as buttery sounding, and it doesn't seem to affect her at all.
Nope.
So she
makes
incredible.
Every space buttery.
She does. She does. And you're familiar with the original version of the song, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a great version too, and she's got a very distinct voice.
And she's a great singer.
I like this version. I think Morissette's voice is so buttery. Is that a good word to use?
Well, on that buttery note, we will leave you with a choice to like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
So what do you think the next song is going to? Oh yeah, we're thinking about doing something with the Broadway stuff.
Yes, I'm telling you, that was the other song I couldn't think of earlier, which is a big song. So
what's that from?
I'm telling you, is it Dreamgirls?
Is that the one that Jennifer Hudson did?
Jennifer Hudson, yep. And it was originally sung by Jennifer Holliday. That has a really famous version of it. And she's just like crazy over the top version. I mean, it was fantastic. It was just like really passionate delivery. Curious to see what she will do with that one. So, I mean, obviously I'm happy to listen to more than one of your suggestions, but I'm thinking Broadway next. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, guys.